Hello and welcome back to Wilco Whites. So, I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm going to listen to the press conference, and then I want to get my instant reaction. So, something different. So let's go. Let's play. Let's listen to this. Team news, Darlow. Come on, give me it. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Is Joe Pirro okay? Fitness-wise? Yeah. Is Joe Pirro fit? So he's saying we've obviously had a good break, which we have. I think 7-8 days. Good break. Yeah. Patrick Bamford is progressing well with his rehab. We shall see about that. But Bamford's still not available till end of January. I'm going nowhere. Bad news, Pascal Strike. Oh no. Every season. Oh. What? Oh. Hamstring injury. He had a scan on it yesterday. Felt something in his hamstring. 3 weeks. It's always Pascal. Every season. Who's going to play there? Who's going to play? Who's going to replace him? It's going to be Ampadu again, isn't it? It's going to be Roden and Ampadu because Verber's not going to be fit. He's not fully fit, is he? Listen. Tendon. So there could be a tear in his tendon involved, but they can't scan it until next week, until the fluid goes down. If there is a tear on the tendon on his hamstring, he could be out for 3 months. Right. If that's the case, and he's out for 3 months, and we find that out next week, we are signing a defender, guaranteed. We have to push the button on a defender, because I don't want Ampadu sat in there. I'd have Verber, but again, he's got knee issues. His knees keep swelling up. This is a massive concern. Massive concern now. It could be 3 months if there's a tear in the tendon, because that'll be surgery. Right. Play again. It's a muscle injury. I just said that. Yeah. So he trained on Wednesday. He felt something. Out of precaution, they sent him, and they've caught this injury. They've spotted it. Is that a good thing that they've caught it early? Because it sounds to me if he'd have carried on playing through it, it'd have gone. and the tendon would have torn. So it's lucky that they've caught it early, I think. Fingers crossed. He just repeats himself, doesn't he, Daniel Farke? Okay, fingers crossed 3 weeks. We get that. So, so he's been asked, what's your plan B, Daniel Farke? Ideal scenario, plan B. For strike. God, he just waffles on. He's being asked a question, what's your plan B? Who are you thinking is going to play there? And all he's talking about is how he's as vice captain, how he's great at tackling on the pitch, he's more of a threat with set pieces when he's on the field. That's not the question you've been asked, Daniel Farke. Just get on with it. This is why these press conferences are so long, because he does not answer the questions properly. Play. So it's just said there they're going to stay awake in the transfer window, especially now, which I've just said. If it's a long term, if it's 3 months, I mean, what's that going to take us to? February, middle of April. Whoa, jeez. And then he's going to, yeah, wow. And then it could be longer. Yep, we need somebody in then, don't we? If it's 3 months. Play. Right. Yeah, just said it. If it's just 3 weeks, we don't sign anybody. We don't need anybody. Okay, agree on that. If it's longer, we're signing somebody. We find out next week. No. So it don't look likely that it's going to be out 3 months. It's going to be 3 weeks. But similar situation last season. Yep. And last season he was supposed to be out only for 1 or 2 weeks. Ended up being longer than it because he had to have surgery. Is that right? Didn't have to have surgery, I think. No. Well, he's concerned about it. He's concerned. He's now awake about the transfer market now. Yep. So we get that now. You're going to wait. Get on with it, Daniel Farke. You're going to wait till next week. Let's move on. Come on. Ugh. Yeah. With Joffrey going, Ampadu can play there, but with Joffrey going and Bamford, we're still exposed. Let me let me listen. Let me listen to that back again. So he's been asked a question. Hang on. Do we feel light in the squad now? With Joffrey going, Bamford out, Pascal Strite out, Charlie Crew gone. Do we feel light? Does he feel light in the squad now? Let's have a look. Yeah, they were always going to happen. So Charlie Crew and Joffrey were always going to go out on loan. That was the plan. Pascal Strike's injury hasn't affected anything in that case. Mhm. Yeah, Crew going out makes sense. Gruev's back. We've got covered in midfield. We're okay. Yeah. So Joffrey's, yeah. Say it how it is, Daniel Farke. You didn't fancy Joffrey to play. Don't skip round it. You didn't fancy him. You never give him any minutes. That's why you've sent him out on loan. Just waffles, doesn't he? Now we're having a 5-minute conversation about Joffrey. Skip it on. So now, after all this time, and I've even had to skip it on, now he's finally getting to the point about who's he going to play there instead of Pascal Strike. Jeez. Right. I said that. Max Verber, they have to handle his load. Right, just repeating what he's just said. Yes, you have to be aware now because of Pascal Strike's injury. We get that, Daniel Farke. Get on with it. Again, he's said the same thing. We won't fall asleep in the January transfer window. But it's harder to get people in January. We know that. Financially. Although we do have the money. We do have money. Surely we must have money. But do clubs put a premium on signing somebody in January? I'm not sure. You can get him in on loan, Farke. You know, press the button on that on Mabamadele. Get him on loan. Pay his wages. Pay some wages. It'd be worth it in the end. If we can get promoted, someone like that. Interesting one. Just being asked, does it concern you that our rivals are signing players? See what he says. Yeah, okay. We don't sign a player just no, I agree. We don't sign somebody just so that they can't join as rivals. Totally agree with that. So he's just said it's always hard to strengthen the best side in the league, the team that are top of the league. Right, we are top of the league. Put this club's right up his ass. He's talking like we're flying away with it. We're not. We're only a point. You know what I mean? Are we? Best team in the league? Probably are, but we're only a point in front. We're not. We're not. He's talking like we're miles ahead of everybody else. There, you need to be careful, Daniel. He's just repeating himself. Never ruling out any business. If it's a player that improves the squad, then yeah, why not? Really good character, and it's got to be affordable. Yep. Finally, now we've got on to Sheffield Wednesday. It's just been asked how you feel they've improved since we last played them. Yep. So Daniel did well last season to keep them up. He did. He actually turned them round. Good manager. Good manager. Yep. So they're playing mid-table. They're doing all right. Maybe they might have a chance of pushing for playoffs if they continue. Mhm. Yeah. They do play with intensity. Yeah, they have very experienced championship players. Barry Brannan. Can't believe he's still playing. Barry Bannon. We have to be his best again. We do every game. Sheffield Wednesday are going to be well up for this. Yorkshire Derby as well. Come on. And Ellen, at Ellen Road. Every team that comes to Ellen Road, they're well up for it. Cup final, Sheff Wednesday. Cup final. Also been asked about the dysfunction at Sheffield Wednesday. The manager, Daniel, hasn't spoken to the owner since December. That owner's crazy, isn't it? It's like having Shalino. Crazy guy. He meant no wonder why the Sheffield Wednesday fans, they want him out. Absolutely ruining that club. And the thing is, Sheffield Wednesday, it's a massive club, good fan base, good manager. They just need a good owner. And that owner's dragging them down. So he's been asked how often does he speak to our owners, the 49ers. What comment on Sheffield Wednesday? So all the key people are all in the club, are all together. And they are. And it looks like they are. And it sounds like they are to me. Obviously, the 49ers are backing Daniel Farke. Daily conversations with the owners. Yesterday, we're in a meeting about transfers. Another meeting today. It's good. So they're always in and around the club. There's always somebody in and around the club that you can talk to. It's brilliant. How it should be. Any manager any manager in any club needs the backing of the owners, and it's music to my ears that they're in and around the club all the time, always there speaking with Daniel Farke. You know, it's good. It's good to see. Not like Victor Orta, who tried to do everything and run everything, and do you know what I mean? There's other different people where Daniel Farke can get ideas on, like with players and transfers, and it's just backing him. It's good to hear. And a telephone conversation with Parag, talking about short, long term, mid goal, short, mid, long term goals. We're all singing off the same. They're all singing off the same hymn sheet by the sounds of it. said maybe they talk too much and they should just concentrate more on training. Joking. And it's good that even like the investors are coming over as well. You know, these guys own part of the club. It's good that they come over and they're in and around the club and turn up to training and you know, the backing and supporting the squad and Daniel Farke. I like that. Yeah. They all know where they are. They all know what they want to achieve in the end. We're all aiming for the top, really. We want Premier League. And everybody in the club's geared for it and are backing that, and it's brilliant. Yeah, won't comment on the Sheffield Wednesday. Which is right. You don't want to be talking about other clubs, I suppose, and clubs owners. You know, let them deal with it. Yeah, so it's starting to ramble on a bit now, isn't it? Being asked, have you ever been in and around a club or been players where somebody's come into the club that's actually upset the apple cart? Bad egg. See what he says. Maybe we had that in Jed Spence, didn't we? Why we got rid of him. You get it in every club, that surely. You know, we say it all the time, don't we? Quality. You could have all the quality in the world, a player. But if he's got bad character, don't want him, do we? Yeah, got to have a good group. He says that a lot, doesn't he? We've got a good group. Don't want an atmosphere in the group. Because she said that's you won't win anything with players like that. Agree. Don't want someone coming in and upsetting the other players. Mm. Yeah, you want good spirit in the squad and that strong mentality. Ooh, being asked about Solomon in the 10. How happy were you with your number 10 options? Interesting. We have a few options. God, Joe Burrow. I knew we'd mention him. We are top of the league, but we're only a point. We're not running away with it at the minute. Come on. We've got to be careful. Just repeating again, innit? We're not ruling out any players coming in certain positions, but we're not panicking. Ooh. So you just said it. You were impressed with Manor Solomon in the 10. Is he your first choice behind Brendan Anderson? See, I mentioned Ramazani. I thought Ramazani couldn't do well there. See what he says. He can't just answer the question, can he? We can't look too. Basically, we can't look too much into the Harrogate game and how players played in that game. So you're saying Solomon couldn't do it against Championship team? Just answer the question. True. True. Solomon assisted the goal playing out wide, which I preferred him to be. So let we go see what we says here. He likes Pirro in there, doesn't he? He daren't say it, but he likes Pirro in there. That's what my feeling is. It's Pirro, isn't it? Say it, Daniel Farke. It's Pirro. Not going to really read it too much into the Harrogate game, but we know he can play there, Solomon. He dares say it, dare he? Pirro's the second number 10. Willie Nonto said as well. But also, he can play there, and Willie Nonto was also involved in the 10. Yep. Not a traditional number 10, but can also do a job there. So do we need a new number 10 then? New number 10. Brendan Harrison's doing a fantastic job in the role, and hopefully he'll stay fit and continue playing how he's playing in the number 10. Yeah. He's the number one, innit? He's the number 110. We just have to gamble that he stays fit for the rest of the season, and that'll be interesting to see. I need to let me listen to that back again. It's just been asked another question. Wait for it. So, with us being top, are we looking at lower end Premier League players? And in his experience, obviously, would they prefer to stay at a lower end Premier League team, fight for survival, or come to a Championship team, us playing for promotion? If they're the choice this month, what would you think? Depends on the player. This is where the mentality, I suppose, comes in, and character of the guy. Mm. So he don't really get involved much in that side of it. He leaves that up to the player, up to the people behind the scenes, whose job it is. Yeah, nobody's going to come if you sat mid-table in Championship. The fact we're top at league, pushing for promotion, it gives us that better chance of signing these players. Yeah, depends on the player. Do they want to stay and battle for against relegation, or do they want to come and battle for promotion? Can't really judge it, can you? I suppose it's up to the player itself. Oh, have we rejected any approaches for our players this month yet? So no one's been in his office to try and push for a move, apart from Joffrey. But you can understand that. So no one's asked to leave, which is good. Fully committed, fully concentrated, focused on helping us promoted. Yep. So nobody wants to leave. Nobody's pushing for a move. That's good. Could change it next 2 weeks though, if offers do come in. It's good that nobody's asked to leave. And that's it. Dragged it on a bit, didn't he? Did definitely drag it on a bit. He sort of repeats himself all the time, doesn't he? It's a bit of a crazy watch. So pick the bones out of that. Strike, massive loss. Bamford's not going to be back till February. Voba struggling. we will look. I think we will look next week as to whether we get somebody in to replace Pascal Struijk, and they will react to that. That's what the feeling I'm getting, which is good. So we could see another defender coming in, depending how bad that injury is. Again, it spoke about reacting in the transfer market. If the quality and the right type of players there, we will look at it, obviously. So, interesting one. Hope you like it. I know there were a lot of silence between, that, but I've obviously got to listen to it on my headset. And that's it. I'll do a Sheffield Wednesday preview tomorrow. Have a look at the Sheffield Wednesday team and squad and how they're doing and all that. So, hope you like this for a change, bit different, and I'll speak to you soon.